Joining us now is Alamogordo Track and Field. They have their season underway already, but back at it this weekend as they head over to Las Cruces for the Oñate meet, and joined by head coach Jason Atkinson. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. If you want to introduce the crew that you brought with you here.
Yeah, we have Will Gill, we have Julia Alger, we have Ezra Cadwallader, and Katie Fillmore.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Good?
Yeah,
Good.
pretty good.
Okay, that's what we like to hear. Coach, you got a meet under your belt. You guys went down to El Paso Franklin last Friday and Saturday. What were your takeaways from the first meet of the season?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best opening meets I've had, especially since we've combined the teams, but even since being on staff since 2004, it was good. It was we handled any of the adversity really well. We had, besides this, we had 7 qualifiers. I mean, that's impressive, and in a range of events. And the kids performed well. They were prepared. They handled the intensity well, so I was very proud of them. But that's just the starting point, so we have a lot more to look forward to.
Yeah, for the first meet of the season, you're kind of everybody sort of getting back into it. You don't necessarily expect them to come out of the gate super strong, so that was a nice surprise for you. Yeah,
well, everyone, even if you've been here 4 years with us, even if we pulled you up as an 8th grader, you still have to get into that rhythm of a meet. You have to get used to the nerves, the excitement. That's all part of it, and it just takes a while for you to be able to handle that as an athlete. But even you've done it for many, many years, you still have to remember what you've trained for. I mean, remember the little details when you're setting up blocks, and people forget, just little details like that. And so those are the things that you kind of get into through the first meet.
Okay. Will, you got to go down to El Paso last weekend?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Well, how did you feel in your first events? Was it pretty comfortable getting back out there competing in track again?
I was really excited, but I was still very nervous to run. I may have run it for 4 or 5 years now, but it's still nerve-wracking, I guess.
Yeah, I gotcha. What events are you going to be doing this year? I'm sure probably the same ones we've seen you in recently, right?
Yeah, I'll be in relays, like the 4x1 and the 4x2, and the open 1. Hopefully to run the open 2 as well, and long jump.
Yeah. In terms of times and how you performed this weekend, were you happy where you were at, or I'm sure want to improve? But
yeah, my time was a little slow, but it's barely the beginning of the season. It's just going to get better from here.
Okay, Julie, how about your first meet of the season? How'd you feel afterwards?
I felt pretty good. I did some events that weren't my normal events, but I still felt like it helped me get into the groove of things for this season. I'm really excited for this upcoming meet. It's the first time I'm going to be doing the 100 hurdles and 300 hurdles for this season, so I just kind of get into things and see where I'm at. So,
well, Julia had a little ankle tweak the week of the meet, so we just wanted to be smart about it and looked at the big picture. So we had her run a few different relays, and that's why she didn't get to hurdle triple. But this week is not the story; she's all in.
Okay, so injury feels good. You're ready to go.
Yeah, no, I feel great. I'm excited to run for sure.
Okay, and feeling like your goals. Obviously, you went to state last year. You're feeling comfortable about being able to hit those marks again this year?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Hopefully I'm going to state for triple and then just the hurdle races again. And we have a really strong hurdle team this year, and we all get along really well, and we all push each other for sure.
Yeah, you guys might have, 3 or 4 that get qualified in hurdles this year,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, it seems like you got a good group. Ezra, what do you got going on this year for your events?
I'm mostly doing the sprint, so I run a lot of the 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, all of that kind of stuff. Couple opens when I get to.
So the relays are where you're really focusing on.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah.
How did your first meet of the season? How'd you feel about how you ran?
It was good. It was a good place to start. To get kind of into the feel of things, and it's a good starting place to try and improve on as the season goes along.
Okay, very good. Katie, how about you? How the first meet of the season? How did you feel like things went for you?
It was okay. The relays went well. My individual events, not as good, but it was just kind of getting out of the nerves because I've been thinking about my senior season for a long time now. So I feel a lot better now that I have that behind me.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice things about the track season is that you can maybe have a meet that you're not as happy with, and you can come back the next week and bounce back, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's obviously the goal coming up this weekend.
Yes, for sure.
So the hurdles and relays, and that's mainly what we'll see in this year. Anything new for you this season, or
not really? No.
Okay. I know Coach sometimes mixes it up every now and then for you guys, but obviously we got this crew of 4 in here. I know you've got a ton of great athletes, and to ask you who all we should be watching for, but I'm sure you've got some specifics in terms of some kids that could have some really good seasons for you this year, right?
That's always a tough question.
Yeah.
Because every time I say a name or two, then I always seem like I miss somebody out. So, but Shane Sargent for sure is I think on our boys' side of the throws is going to be important for us at the state meet, especially. And we expect a lot out of him. Aiden Jarvis and Celso, they both qualify in the 2-mile, and so those are big. Those two bring something we haven't had in a while on the boys' side, to have a mixture of distances from 2-mile to 800. And let me see, Colin Bell. He's going to be last year's his first year coming out, so he's going to have a big impact on the relays and open events as well. And Flora Jarvis, Aiden's sister, she's qualified already in both hurdles, and they both came to us from Montana this past year. So those are a couple there. Gwen and Macy, Gwen Payton and Macy Marquez for the girls' throws. They're going to be important. Of course, we can't leave out our pole vaulters. We have Nikki, Aubrey, and both should be qualified in the pole vault. We have Dylan and Trevor in the pole vault as well. And so, I apologize anybody who if I off the top of my head if I did not get anyone right, but those are big points for us. And Bryson Kangas and the guys hurdle. So I would say that kind of covers I think a mixture of the team. And so.
And you had somebody qualify in the 400 this weekend as well.
Yeah, Gracie Walker. There's another one right there. I forgot. But yeah, Gracie has stepped up this year. She's we brought her up as an 8th grader last year, and the confidence is there for her. So she looks strong, and we expect a lot out of her as well. And she'll be in relays 400 meters, and we'll just see what is going to be best for the team when it comes to the state meet to get the most points for our team.
Yeah, and give Coach a break, because how many kids are in the program this year?
Well, we at our peak on my roster, we've had 124.
Yeah, there you go.
But once the training gets tough, not everyone sticks with it, and it's tough individually because it's all on you. Whether you have a great day, poor day, average day, and the training is on you. And so some people excel with that, and some people don't. And sometimes the training's hard and it's uncomfortable, and so. We have kids who kind of fall away sometimes, and but it's important to have big numbers to start with, because you're going to find some quality athletes, which we have this year.
Yeah. So worth mentioning, if somebody wasn't mentioned there, it's not on purpose. That there's going to be a bunch of kids that are obviously going to have great seasons for Alamo Track and Field. We expect that. Katie, talk about the training a little bit, because I know I've heard that Coach has got you out there running in the rain and the sunshine, whatever it may be. How much does the training that the coaches have you guys doing that really prepares you for the season and during the season as well?
So at the beginning, he always says the bigger the base, the higher the peak. So at the beginning, it's kind of more like threshold training and like longer distances to kind of get our endurance back from the summer and the fall and the winter, and then later in the season we kind of get more like quicker pace and try to get our like sprint reflexes. So it's kind of exciting because I'm used to swim, which is like slower pace stuff.
Yeah.
So right now we're kind of getting into more sprinting. Like Wednesday we had a sprint workout, and that was really exciting.
Okay. Ezra, you obviously do a lot of training with soccer. What's the comparison there between the training for track and field, the training for soccer?
It's a lot more intense. You do a lot of high interval. You'll sprint, and then you'll wait a couple minutes, and then you'll go again. It's a lot of speed, quick training. It's good training. It gets you in shape. You feel fast when you're done, and you see the results throughout the year. Yeah. By the end of the year, you're moving fast. Yeah.
Does it create some camaraderie among the team, though? I mean, you guys are all out there suffering together, right?
Yeah, definitely. You all kind of feel for each other when it hurts, and you're kind of like, we're all in this together. So it kind of builds that togetherness of suffering.
Yeah. Julie, I'm sure it's also encouraging each other and trying to keep everybody going, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's tough, but it's super rewarding. We're all out there, and we're with them a lot more than our family sometimes. So sometimes, like, we push each other, and it's just really rewarding to see everybody else improve, and we're all super encouraging. So it's hard, but it's a really fun environment for sure.
Yeah. Is it something that's gotten easier as you've gotten older and gone through the program, or is it still just as tough as it was when you were younger?
It's definitely just as tough every year. But I feel like every year you get back, you get more excited because you know that the previous year you just want to get better and you want to get faster. So it's kind of like motivation every year you come back.
Yeah. Will, I mean, are you excited to get out there and do the training? Is it kind of a little bit of both when it gets started for you?
Well, I got to hype myself up a lot.
Yeah.
The workouts are really tough, but I get through them every day. We all come together. We're all family when we're all dying together. But it's fun. The workouts they're feeling harder, but I know that I'm going to get better.
Yeah. And is it something, obviously, that pays off once you guys get to state, district, and state at the end of the year? That's when you look back at that and go, hey, that was worth it?
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's probably one of the hardest meets, and it all pays off right there.
Yeah. Coach, I mean, you got to like to hear that from these kids that, they know that at the end of the day it's worth it. And, I mean, obviously you see them out there working at it when the training comes along. Yeah,
we have an incredible group of young men and young women. I mean, they buy in. They accept the hard work. And strangely, like I tell people when I try to recruit kids out, is it's not always fun, but it's actually they have a great time, and it's a strange complex, because it's really tough and it's uncomfortable. No one really likes to do that, but when you have a group of people doing it and all for one goal. You're willing to go that little bit extra when it kind of gets to hurting a little bit. And they said it right. They have all the training philosophies down, I mean, this is why we have a good team, because of athletes like this, and not just physically, but their mental approach.
Yeah. Well, I know that the expectations for this group are always really high. I mean, it's Alamogordo Track and Field is, as far as I'm concerned, it's the program that's had the most success over at AHS. You guys, look at all the district championships and the state championships, and it's always very impressive. And you expect a lot out of this group, and the ability to compete at state this year. I'm sure it's no different this season, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be very specific, I believe both teams will win district, and I also believe that both teams. You always have to put a chance, right? Because there's nothing guaranteed in sports ever. So. But we have two teams that will be fighting for state trophies. The blue trophies will be very difficult. The Rio Rancho schools, Cleveland. I mean, they're good. We give them credit for that. But we put ourselves in the mix, which we will, and we're going to be ready to fight up there. And we have everything it takes to bring home 2 state trophies. And we just don't know what color. And so that's how I view the season. Our depth is the best I've ever had as a head coach here. And that's what's going to pull us through. And we have just enough quality as well to match that depth, because you have to have both at the state meet, and we have that. So it's every year is exciting, and those years when you really have a chance for state trophies, it adds that edge. And my mind is constantly on it, and my wife is already tired of me because I've talked to her over and over again about the what we can do and what we could do at state, and she rolls her eyes already. So, but it's exciting. It's we have a great team.
Yeah, I want to say it was the week after y'all had won state on the girls' side a few years ago, and you were already thinking about points for the next year. So that's how you're.
Yeah, we actually do it in the track office. I remember we drop everyone off here, and it's 1 a.m. whatever. Everyone's tired at the end of the season, but we're already in the office looking at results already. Last year, I remember, especially Coach Aragon and I, we were sitting there, and I get my wife is mad. What are you doing when you get home? So, anyways,
no resting on the laurels at all.
No, so we try not to.
Yeah. Well, and Will, I mean, I feel like that's something that's got to be exciting for you guys to know that Coach expects so much out of you, and that there is. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of pressure, but the excitement of trying to live up to the standard of Alamogordo Track and Field, is that a big thing for you?
Oh yeah, it's a big thing for me. I love track. I live for it basically.
Yeah. Do you have a certain number that you're looking to hit in your big events this year? I mean, is there something in particular you're looking for?
Well, for the 100, I'm hoping to break 11.
Okay.
But we'll see how it is.
All right. We'll look forward to seeing that. Julie, I mean, same question about what Alamogordo Track and Field is. Is that a big thing that's a motivator for you?
I mean, it means a lot. Me and Katie being a part of the original team that had won state on the girls' side, we know how it feels to work that hard and to actually win at state, and it's such an amazing feeling. And to have a coach that's so passionate and cares about us as individuals and us as a team, it really pushes us to do better. And it's so rewarding. It not only does like physical aspect, it's hard, but it teaches you a lot of qualities that you can implement later in life.
What numbers are you looking to hit for the hurdles this year?
Hopefully starting out for hurdles, at least this weekend, I really want to qualify. I mean, that's always the goal, but at least for the 300s, probably around like 48 and lower, and then for the 100s, probably around 17 lower, and then like 16.5, hopefully.
Okay. And for the triple jump, do you know what number you're looking for there?
Hopefully 34 and up is the goal, for sure.
All right. Look forward to that. Ezra, I mean, you've obviously been a part of a state championship football, soccer winning program, and, you know, being a part of this track and field program, I'm sure it's the same kind of things that you see between soccer and track and field, right?
Yeah, no, it's like a tradition. It's a tradition of good teams and hard work. You know, when I was younger, there were older kids that taught me how to work hard, and, you know, being a part, you have to build a state program from the bottom up, and that's how it is here. It's a tradition of winning and that expectation of excellence.
Okay. Do you have? I mean, we talked about the relays. Is there any individual events you're looking to hit some marks on this year?
I'm hoping to go sub 51 for my 400, and I'm hoping to break 11.5 for my 100. So,
okay.
Fingers crossed.
All right. We'll hopefully see that for you. Katie, I mean, obviously you've been with this program for a while. You've gone to state a ton. You've been to Sepulveda meets. You've done all the big things. You know, talk about what, I mean, your experience in Alamogordo track and field has been, and, you know, what it means for you.
Well, it's a roller coaster, but it's always amazing, and every single year it's always so worth it. And you know that going into at the beginning when the training is especially hard, and I don't even know how to explain it, but the state meet is like, it's the scariest thing, but it's like, it's also the most worth it. Like, normal meets, they're scary, but then, like, you know, they're way less exciting than the state meet. And just going through the season with everybody, and building the friendship and stuff. And you really watch, like, everybody progress, and especially now that we're seniors, seeing younger kids like Gracie, who we pulled up last year, and already seeing her PR and stuff, and you just know she's going to be amazing. And I don't know, you kind of see them as like siblings, and you're just so happy with what everyone's doing. All
right. What are the numbers? I know it's senior year. I'm sure you want to hit your absolute best in your events. What are the numbers you got in your mind?
Yeah, so for 300 hurdles, I'd like to get in 45s. My PR is a low 46, so if I get around there, I'd be happy to. And 100s, I want to get back down to 15 something, probably high 15.
Okay. Coach, you guys have your first home event on the 21st, the Rollabuck. We have, of course, the Bob Sepulveda coming up in April as well. I know the Rollabuck certainly is such a big event, so we'll look forward to seeing that. And I don't know, Coach, anything else to add about this group this year? Obviously, you feel like this is going to be another good season for Alamogordo track and field.
Well, I expect it. They expect it. I think when you talk to them, you listen to them, they fully expect it as well for themselves. And I constantly harp on leadership, even though people think it's an individual sport, but especially in the high school level, all their efforts come together, and there's always that team scoring. So the leadership aspect is huge. You know, we need it in the sprints from the distance. We need it in the throws. So this is why one reason I believe that this team has something special as well, because we have people, the people who are older, the athletes that are older, are ready to be leaders as well. And that takes time to develop, and it's not always easy to develop. But they're continuing to work on it, and it's nice when I don't have to always be the one to make sure they're doing the warm-up properly, or making sure their marks on the 4x1 are done properly, and they have others expecting that and demanding that from themselves. So it's been great. I mean, we had a great first meet, and it's exciting. So
okay, look forward to it, guys. Good luck this season. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.